Yo, it's Marlon Speaks Live. Yeah, I'm saying what they hide. History uncensored, let the real survive. Yeah, it's truth over comfort, I don't pick no side. If it shake the room a little, let the truth collide. Cause it's Marlon Speaks Live. No script, no disguise. I don't sell no lies, just to monetize. Cause the past still breathing and it never dies. Yeah, it's Marlon Speaks Live. Now the truth will rise. Yo, it's Marlon Speaks Live. Yeah, I'm saying what they hide. History uncensored, let the real survive.
Welcome back. Another episode of Marlon Speaks Live, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We might be at 500. So yeah, let's get up to 1,000. We're trying to get monetized, man. Yeah, for sure. Y'all know what it is. I got a day job and my goal is to do this full time, man. Like, I really feel like not only me, having a voice, but it's so many of us that want to do this full time. That should start. Get your motivation from me, man. That's what one of my stage names is Motivated Mo B. And my newest rap name is Manifest Mo B. So, yeah, get motivated from Manifest, man. Get motivated from Manifest Mo B, and manifest everything that's in your mind, that you believe in, that, you want to see for yourself. But yeah, I got Tabitha Speaks Live joining me again on the show on Marlon Speaks Live. It's Tabitha Speaks Politics, my bad. And mine, of course, I'm profiling her on my show. And then also I'm going to be comparing this propaganda to the Nazi machine. So, when I saw this, I said, man, this is no different than the Nazi Goebbels. If y'all not familiar with Nazi, the history of Nazi, that's what I like to research. I've been researching it since Trump first term in office. And I said, man, I think this can and will happen here. And so, yeah, I wanna go to Joseph Goebbels. He was the propaganda minister of Germany, and I just thought about it. Jeff Bezos looked like Joseph Goebbels. Dang, I just thought about that. Wow, all these characters look like somebody from the past, and but yeah, let's go to that. Let's go to the clip now.
Boy, they are really working hard out there in Boston to get the numbers up for Melania's movie. If you have not heard, Melania has a new documentary that's coming to theaters this weekend. It's opening weekend for her new film documentary. And the ticket sales aren't doing so well. I know out there in the UK, it's being reported that there are several movie theaters carrying the movie, but as of yesterday, I believe, they had only sold one ticket. Several different theaters, several different showtimes, and they've only sold one ticket. Now, it may have gone up since this reporting, but yeah, when they started tracking it, several different theaters were carrying the movie, several different showtimes, and only one ticket had been sold out there in the UK.
Ticket.
Out there in South Africa, they were going to be showing the movie documentary, but it has been withdrawn from all theaters out there in South Africa. Why? They don't want to deal with the political backlash.
The only people that they need to be trying to show this movie to that might pay is them backwood rednecks, them inbreeds. Them the only people dumb enough to even want to go see this dumbass shit. Yeah, but they ain't got no money. Remember, Trump fucked them, so they ain't even got no money. But check this out.
Backlash. Now, once I saw everybody talking about it, I went to look at several different theaters around here in the Atlanta area. I believe I looked at the one down there near Phipps Plaza. I looked there. I looked over in Tucker, and I looked at a theater over in Snellville. And they were carrying the movie, different showtimes, and tickets had been bought. But then I realized there's some trickery going on. What I realized is that Republican or GOP organizations across the United States have started to purchase tickets to the movie. They have no intentions of going to see the movie, but they are purchasing tickets so that Donald Trump and Melania won't be embarrassed by a low ticket sales. And this is what's going on out there in Boston. Yes, the internet sleuths, the internet investigators have found a Craigslist ad where some organization out there in Boston
they don't want to post it.
Is giving people a free ticket to see the movie and $50. And as you can see in the ad, it says must remain in seats for the entirety of the film. So I gather some GOP Republican organization has bought several tickets to the movie. They are giving out those tickets for free and paying the people $50 to go and sit and watch the entire movie/documentary. Several people are sharing the ad. I can't find who the originator of the ad is. Who
they don't want to
put
be
the
known.
ad out there? Which organization did it? So it'll be interesting to see how much the movie made, how many tickets were sold for this weekend. But we know they won't be true, authentic engagement. Yeah, people would have gotten the tickets for free and would have been paid $50 to sit and watch the documentary in its entirety. $50 ain't enough.
This is what made me think about the Nazi machine. You know, like, you have to really be very deplorable for you to have to pay people to come watch your shit. You know, like, you really have to be piss poor to have to pay somebody to watch your movie. Man. Woo, I know that's going to piss them off even more, man. Like, all this, it just pisses them off even more. And that's what make Trump want to keep doing the dumb, crazy shit he doing. Shit like this. Man, we probably need to all go see it to keep this motherfucker from trying to blow. You know, he going to want to blow the cities up. He going to want to blow South Africa up now.
$50 is not enough, in my opinion.
All right, y'all. Now check this out.
Eine gute Regierung ohne Propaganda kann ebenso wenig bestehen wie eine gute Propaganda ohne eine gute Regierung. Beide müssen sich einander ergänzen. Und wenn die jüdischen Zeitungen heute glauben, auf versteckte Drohungen die nationalsozialistische Bewegung einschüchtern zu können, wenn sie heute glauben, unsere Notverordnungen umgehen zu dürfen, sie sollen sich hüten. Einmal wird unsere Geduld zu Ende sein und dann wird den Juden das freche Lügen mal gestoppt werden.
Goebbels was desperate to regain Hitler's trust, so in 1939 he incited a mob by publishing a fake story in the newspaper that said a German man had been shot by a Jewish man in Paris. He spoke in the streets claiming that the Jews were trying to destroy society. He led an angry mob to burn down a synagogue. That same year he travelled to Poland with a documentary film crew to show what life was like inside of a Jewish ghetto. The people living in the ghetto had sunken faces, wore rags, and were generally dirty and sick. We now know that this is because the Nazis forced them into inhumane conditions in the first place. However, Goebbels took this as an opportunity to compare them to animals, saying that they were choosing to live that way. He said that they were less human and that they needed to be exterminated. This film was called The Eternal Jew, and it premiered in 1940. In this movie, he tried to say that Jews were all criminals and that if the Nazis ever lost the war, then they may take over the world, forcing the German people to live in squalor. Humanity would sink into eternal darkness. It would fall into a dull and primitive state were the Jews to win this war. They are the incarnation of that destructive force that in these terrible years has guided the enemy war leadership into a fight against all that we see as noble, beautiful, and worth keeping. For that reason alone, the Jews hate us. They despise our culture and learning, which they perceive as towering over their nomadic worldview. They fear our economic and social standards, which leave no room for their parasitic drives. This documentary genuinely frightened the German people, and they felt that concentration camps were absolutely justified. After visiting Auschwitz in person, Joseph Goebbels wrote that the death and torture of these prisoners was so gruesome that he did not even want to write the details in his private journal. He wrote, "It may be barbaric, but they truly deserve it." All of his efforts to incite hate against the Jewish people, they paid off, and Adolf Hitler began to trust Joseph Goebbels once again. Their mutual hate was enough to repair their friendship, but it was at the cost of millions of lives. At this point, Hitler began to trust Joseph Goebbels with more decisions in the government, and he had even more power than he did before. Hitler stopped making so many public appearances and allowed Goebbels to speak on his behalf instead. He even gave him the authority to
This is actually Stephen Miller in the Trump regime. This will represent Stephen Miller, Goebbels.
declare war. In 1941, Goebbels announced over the radio that Germany would be going to war with the Soviet Union. Goebbels did exactly what he did when he filmed The Eternal Jew in Poland. He brought yet another documentary film crew to show Soviet prisoners who were living in the mud, looking half dead. He claimed that this is how Russian people normally lived and that the Bolshevik party was controlled by Jews who were trying to take over the world. He successfully convinced the German public that by fighting Russia, they were fighting for their freedom. He stood in front of a crowd of thousands of people at a sports stadium in Berlin, saying that there needed to be a total war. This was met with thunderous applause. But as you may already know, Germany's invasion of Russia...
This is what they're trying to do here right now. They want to go to war, but what they don't know is that they're destroying themselves, just like the Nazis did.
Is what led to their downfall. The Germans could not handle the harsh winters, and the United States had joined the Allied forces. Italy switched over to the Allies as well, and their stronghold in World War II, it was suddenly falling like dominoes. Now, you can probably tell so far in this story that Joseph Goebbels was always a bit crazy, but after the invasion of the Soviet Union, his mental state became more and more unraveled. He encouraged elderly men and young boys to sacrifice their lives for the sake of Germany, and baby-faced child soldiers were even sent off to war. He said that every man, woman, and child needed to be ready to die for the motherland. According to Wilfried van Alven, a man who worked on Joseph Goebbels' staff, they were at a meeting when a bomb was dropped in the garden of his house. The glass of all the windows shattered. While everyone else on the staff ducked for cover, Joseph Goebbels never even flinched. He just brushed the broken glass off his notes and continued reading his speech as if nothing had happened. He somehow remained completely composed on the outside, while the panic inside was tearing him apart. At the end of the war, Hitler told Goebbels that he knew that they were going to lose the war. He was preparing to go to his bunker with plans to commit suicide. He appointed Goebbels as the new Chancellor of Germany, and he wanted him to stay behind and run the government once the Allies invaded. Goebbels was so devoted that he simply refused to live without Hitler. He told his wife and all of his children to clean themselves, put on their Sunday best, and go to the Führer's bunker. On April the 30th, Hitler committed suicide, leaving Goebbels as Germany's new chancellor. It's not a position he would hold for long, though. The following day, Goebbels and Magda poisoned their 6 children before ending their own lives as well. So I'm not going to ask if you enjoyed that video, but I do hope you found it interesting. If you did, please do give us a thumbs up below and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you're looking for something else to watch, I've got another channel called Today I Found Out.
Yeah, that's how deep propaganda is, man. You know, getting back to Melania. Man, this movie right here. Ooh. Yeah, man. So let's get into it, man. Like, what, how deplorable can you be to create propaganda based on I wouldn't even say the first lady, it's the last lady to me. Um, yeah, the last, like, I don't, look, get in the comments, let me know what y'all feel about this Melania lady, man. She really does not have no class. I don't see no first lady type characteristics. But yeah, when I seen the trailer and I seen that they was making a movie, I thought the first thing I thought about was Jeff Bezos, because this came out. It was produced by Prime Video, and I thought, okay, he kissing Trump ass big time right now, because I believe it was all donated from Prime. It was basically a donated movie. So I really believe that the turnout being so low is going to incite Trump even more. He's a child. I hope y'all know we got a child that's 80 years old in the office as the president. He's a old child. So I could see him throwing a big fit on all the countries that pulled the movie, trying to blame it on, you know, not, he don't never, these narcissistic people would never admit that, the masses don't fuck with them. In Trump's mind, everybody fuck with him and his wife. They love what he love. We love what he love. It don't dawn on him and a lot of the people that follow behind him that not only do we not fuck with him, like, man, like them people that was trying to get him, I just be wondering, like, I'd be saying to myself, man, I wish they didn't miss. Man, this motherfucker is crazy. Y'all gotta understand, when Hitler was in office, it was a lot of attempts on his life. And they revisit them attempts because you know what? Had they been successful, that might have saved a bunch of people's lives. Had them people been successful, Renee Good and what's the other man name? Pretty. Them two would have been alive, and a bunch of other people. A bunch of other what was the guy? Man, I forget my man name. I also got to do a video on him. The off-duty ICE officer shot and killed him. Y'all get in the comments, let me know what was that brother name that off-duty ICE officer killed in LA on New Year's Day. Ooh, we over 500, man. Wow, thank y'all. I'm looking at the statistics now. Wow, this is amazing. I just really started going hard with this channel not even 2 months ago, like a month and a half ago. And we already at 500 subscribers, man. I thank y'all so much, man. I've been looking at I subscribe to anybody that subscribes to me. So I'm subscribed to all of my subscribers, to their channels as well. Just, as a, because I don't feel like I'm doing nothing no bigger than nobody. And I will continue to do that. I will continue to subscribe back to my subscribers. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not subscribe to them too? Because what I notice is a lot of you guys, you have either started YouTube channels or seem like you might be interested in that. And if I motivate you, or I inspire you to do what I'm doing, do it. I know I'm not the best orator. I know I'm not the best speaker. I never have been. My thoughts get caught sometimes. That's why y'all might hear me stopping and pausing. I think about every word that I say. I don't just blurt nothing out. So yeah, let me get back to this other view. But yeah, man, like a lot of this, man, you know, when you really put all of this propaganda in perspective, man, it just make you say like, you know, like, wow, like these people are really desperate for attention. You know, Trump on social media all the time, and we never seen nothing like this before, and I don't think we ever see it again. You know, when he out of office, I hope to God we never see that. It's like a bad, horrible nightmare. The first term and this time, I just kind of want to forget that he was ever the president because, man, I really still can't believe he ever was the president. I still don't want to accept that he is the president. But see, let me get back to the people. The people that voted for him, man, the amount of hate that they had when Barack Obama got elected, I knew something like this could possibly happen. I knew the night that Barack Obama got elected, that Trump could possibly get in office. I felt it. I seen it the next day with my white coworkers. They didn't want to look at no black person. They didn't want to talk to us. They were so upset. They were so mad. And that's when I said, man, wow. They are really upset with Barack becoming the president. And even for the ones that voted for him, this the kicker. Even for the white people that voted for him, they didn't want to, like, you know, they wanted to be on a low with it. They wasn't outwardly, you know, and that to me was like one of the most striking things. You know, the ones that did vote for Barack, the white people that voted for him, did not want to celebrate it. You know what I mean? So that's what kind of lets you know that, you know, just like a lot of times people vote, they say they vote for the lesser of the two. And so that's how I felt like a lot of them voted for, like, maybe that they voted for the lesser of the two. But yeah, this movie, this propagandist movie is a real desperate attempt to get some eyes on this administration. And I think the numbers not being high, and I think that's going to piss Trump off even more. I believe that might push him over the edge. That might push him over the edge. He already fragile. He already very fragile as a man. He don't seem to be a man at all. You know, little stuff piss him off. So the turnout being so low for this movie, I think that's gonna send him over the top. Jimmy Kimmel and all of them, once they get a hold to it, I should try to find a Jimmy Kimmel. Let me try to find if Jimmy Kimmel, he gonna be talking about it. I already know he gonna be talking about it. Let me see. I know he gonna be talking about it. I know Jimmy Kimmel gonna be talking about it. Man, Trump might try to send somebody to take him out, man. Yeah, okay. Let's see this. Yeah. Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, let's do this.
Newsmax's Greg Kelly has announced a collab with Apple to promote their new iGun.
I want to show you something. Does that look like a gun? I think it does a little bit. It's a phone.
Yeah, this genius has cracked the case.
I can't change the screensaver. I didn't choose that one. It just popped up. I think it's like Black Lives Matter or something. I do not support, but I can't get rid of it.
Please let there be some PA or intern who will change Greg's wallpaper to say fuck ICE or something, knowing that he can't change it back. Kimmel's writing staff must be having it really easy right now, because this shit practically writes itself. And speaking of,
it was the first time that he saw a film, and he loved it. He said a must watch.
Well, for him, it is a must. It's not for us, but for him, yes.
Don't wait to get your tickets. Trump says they're selling out fast.
According to the Telegraph, so far just 2 tickets have been booked for the 6 p.m. showing at the View Cinema in Islington on its opening night. But there is still time, Nick.
And before you say, well, that's just one theater in the UK, look at this theater in Indiana, the only one within 50 miles that's showing Melania. It's also only sold 2 tickets in Indiana. Do you think Trump remembers that he went after Jimmy Kimmel and got him kicked off the air? Because if he does, I hope it eats him alive to know that he's the reason Kimmel is killing it every night. And speaking of killing it, this team here at Really American, we're killing it too, and we are approaching the 1 million subscriber mark. So be sure you click that button and come along on this ride with us, because we got a lot of laughing and probably crying to do, and nobody wants to do that alone, right? Okay, let's get into it.
Melania Trump has described it as a historic endeavour, and it covers, I think, the 20 days leading up to the last election, as seen by Melania Trump. Amazon have put a huge amount of money behind the marketing budget, almost as much money marketing and pushing this film as they did spend on making it. According to the Telegraph, so far just 2 tickets have been booked for the 6 p.m. showing at the View Cinema in Islington on its opening night. But there is still time, Nick.
The ridiculous Melania documentary is giving the Brits a good chuckle. And here at home, Jimmy Kimmel pulled no punches, roasting this gigantic waste of money.
Meanwhile, the First Lady is not in a be-best mood right now. According to the writer Michael Wolff, Melania is bigly upset that the murders in Minneapolis are overshadowing the release of the $75 million documentary that Amazon made for her. Alex Preddy was killed on Saturday, the same day they had the VIP screening of the movie at the White House. So now, while she's promoting her film, she has to answer questions about it.
What is your message for America about unifying both sides?
We need to unify. I'm calling for unity.
Oh, good. Melania's calling for unity. Either that or she's ordering tea. It's hard to tell. You need tea? Who need tea? All right, back to the movie.
What did the president say to you after the screening, after he saw it for the first time? Was that the first time you saw it Saturday night?
It was the first time that he saw a film, and he loved it. He said a must watch.
Well, for him, it is a must. It's not for us, but for him, yes. My guess is he saw the first 8 minutes and fell asleep in his popcorn bucket.
And then what about Barron? Because I know Barron's in the film a lot. What did he say? What was his reaction?
He is in the film, and he liked it too.
Okay, he liked it too. Her son and her husband liked it. All the people in the movie are giving it rave reviews. That's enough for me. It is not, however, getting a positive response for some of the people who worked on the film. According to Rolling Stone, 2/3 of the New York crew asked to have their names removed from the credits. 2 is a lot of thirds. 2 is maybe almost possibly even more than half.
Shocking that with Melania's contagious enthusiasm, more tickets are not being sold. It's a must watch. The movie is titled Melania. It's about her. It's obviously something she wanted to do, and that is as much energy that she could muster on Fox News. No wonder they had to spend so much money promoting this movie, because their star could not be any more bored. She is so over this movie, and it hasn't even come out yet. Unity. Wow. And for the opposite of that energy level, Kimmel moved on to Greg Kelly from Newsmax, who has cracked the case of Alex Pretty's murder.
But here's a guy who I am sure will be lined up for Melania this weekend. Greg Kelly from Newsmax.
All right, man. Yeah, that was Jimmy Kimmel on that Melania thing. But yeah, man, look, get in the comments. Let me know if y'all plan on to go see Melania. Put no. If you put hell to the nah. Hell to the nah. If y'all don't plan on going to see that, man. Cause I know when I seen it, I'm like, this is so strange. Like, don't she know we don't want her in the White House? I know she white, but man, we don't want her in there. She ain't even from America. Like, what is she doing in that White House? Man, this lady is so uninteresting. I don't even know. When I look at her, like, and she's not attractive at all to me anyway, like skin and bones. And the way she looked like a whole devil, like a wicked witch. Yeah, I don't like how she even looked, man. Like, her whole get up is just sickening, make my stomach hurt. Ugh, I can't stand looking at her. But you know, when I think about Trump, man, how nasty he looked. Look, I wanna play this this video where Trump man, let me play. I gotta find this video. I'm gonna play this video with Trump on here, y'all. This is America. I'm gonna turn the music down so I don't get a copyright strike. Yeah, here it go right here. Oh man, now this is funny. All right, here we go. I'm about to play this real fast. That's Trump doing the childish Gambino. Imagine him humping on Melania. That look nasty, man. Oh my Lord. What is this? look at JD Vance there. Look at that, man. Look at this shit. Yeah. AI is crazy. This is nuts. Look. Wow. Wow, AI is nuts, man. Look at this nasty dude. Yeah. Look at him. Look at JD Vance. All the rest of them clowns. Ugh. Did it start over? I think it did. Yeah, I think it started over. Yeah, man. So y'all get in the comments, man. Let me know. Do y'all plan on going to see let me know if y'all plan on going to see Melania, man. You know, if y'all do, come back to this video. Let me know how it went. You know, if y'all liked it or not. And yeah, give your honest opinion, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to see it. The thought of that movie made my stomach hurt. And actually, the thought of Trump and Melania and all his kids make my stomach hurt. I can't stand the thought of him and everything that's going on. The Stephen Miller character, man, all these people, it's like they some cartoon characters. That Kristi Noem chick, she remind me of like Nicki Minaj or something. Like she like fake, you know what I'm saying? Like a fake, just fake, you know? I look at her, she don't even look real at all, man. It's like, what type of administration is this? Robert F. Kennedy with that scraggly voice, man. I used to almost like him when he was running for president. Almost. Really just off his name. But, man, when I seen how weird he was, I said, oh, no, this dude is nothing like his daddy. He trying to mess his daddy legacy up. So, yeah, I just don't get it, man, how.
Boy, they are really.
I don't get it. I don't get how this woman could even, well, like they said, this is a bribe. This is more like a bribe than anything else with Jeff Bezos and really all those tech guys, all the, the social media people, Elon Musk. So yeah, this administration is all about billionaires. They're all about the top elite and don't care nothing about us, us working people. I'm a working man. I go to work every day, man. And y'all get in the comments, let me know if y'all working people. Get in the comments, let me know how hard y'all work, because that's what I'm all about, man. I got to go to bed soon. I got to get up in the morning and go to work, But yeah, man, like this stuff that's going on with this administration, man, this is some weird old stuff, man. So if y'all plan on going to see Melania, let me know how that went, man, because look here, I'm not going to see that. I can't. I refuse. But look, I'm out of here. Be back. One.
Yo, it's Marlon Speaks Live, yeah, I'm saying what they hide. History uncensored, let the real survive. Yeah, it's truth over comfort, I don't pick no side. If it shake the room a little, let the truth collide. Cause it's Marlon Speaks Live, no script, no disguise. I don't sell no lies, just to monetize. Cause the past still breathing and it never dies. Yeah, it's Marlon Speaks Live, now the truth will rise. Yo, it's Marlon Speaks Live, yeah, I'm saying what they hide. History uncensored, let the real survive.